Okay, so good morning, everyone. Welcome you all for the open and high session. Before we move forward, and let me quickly give you an update about the market. And many of you have been and looking for the morning trades and then the 320 strategy, right? One sec. Team, just a minute. Okay. Okay, so team, I hope you are able to hear my voice and see my screen. Confirm it before we move forward. Okay, great. Thank you all so much. Team, welcome you all for the open and eye session. The session is done complimentary for 90% of your crowd. And most importantly, uh, before we move forward, as a disclaimer, whatever the learnings, whatever the things which you're going to be learning today, it is all for in your learning purposes. Please do not blindly trade and then uh, lose your get a large profit or lose your capital as well. The reason is market has a huge potential for you to reward big, and at the same time it can take the complete capital away from you, considering you're trading in the options market. So with all that being said, I will not be responsible for any of your profit or loss if you follow any of the system which I'm going to be explaining it to you. Please do your own due diligence, and at the same time please consult your financial advisor before doing so. Okay, with all that being said, what was the market was doing today? And I hope all of you would have been witnessing the kind of market which we are in, seeing it. So currently, if you have been seeing, the market has been going lower and lower. If you'd have been seeing my morning message, which I clearly mentioned it, looking at the overall texture, the market is looking bearish. And it is going to be taking a humongous amount of effort for these guys to take the market higher, considering the dollar index and our market has outperformed in the past and other things. Now we are almost trying to break the crucial levels actually, because Banknifty, it was supposed to be in holding that level of in 37,700, which is getting broken. So the next level of support is going to be somewhere around the level of in 37,310 odd zones. If these guys are going to be breaking that, you can expect a bigger and a steeper fall. So the next level of support for the market is somewhere around 37,300. For some strange reasons, in case the market reverses from this level and then closes above this blue line of 37,789 for the day, then probably yes, we may expect some kind of a reversal to be happening. So all those into context. So today's closure is going to be very important. I don't care about and where the market is trading and other things, but today's closure on the market is going to be all the more important for the day. Okay, so watch out for that. And in terms of in the RSI levels also on daily chart, it has come to almost 34. Watch out in case if it is coming towards the 30-yard mark, you might get to see some kind of a support. In terms of the Nifty, yes, even the Nifty is trying to take a support at the trend line. So the trend line support in the past has been acting as a stiff support level. So this level of in 17,560 odd zones is going to be the level which I will be watching for the Nifty in case if these guys are trying to hold for the day or for this week. But usually the trend on an expiry week, when they are starting on in a downward spiral, that is going to be continuing for a while. So watch out for this week. It can be really, really volatile. If you're a newbie, try to stay light, or once you make your 1%, try to get away from the market. Don't keep trading in this market. This is not an ideal market for you to be aggressively trading in. Okay. Guys, check your internet on your side, because from our end, everything seems to be absolutely working fine, and the market is literally on a downward spiral. And I believe you might have got one signal today on the Bank Nifty, which was somewhere around 37,633. So almost from that level, now we have fallen more than 150 points in terms of the premiums on the on the put side. You would have easily got an 40-50 rupees from that level, even if you'd have been playing in OTM strikes. So with all that being said, currently the market is absolutely in a downward spiral. Don't try to think that I can catch the what to say, falling knife and I will be able to hold it. But this market is absolutely going to be penalizing you left, right, and center. So always follow the trend direction. That's very important in this market. Okay, so hope both the Nifty and the Bank Nifty signal would have given you sufficient money for the day, whatever that you have been looking for, because currently it has been like in falling like in a pack of cards now. So clearly the market is heading towards a zone of 37,434. This is the red line which I've drawn. So will they be able to go break for that like a temporary moment before they go in towards like in 37,310? That is the final level wherein I can expect some kind of a support in case if they wanted to. But this market has been falling with volume. So absolutely no chance of these guys like in taking it like an immediate support unless and until they go to this level now. Okay, slow and steady, they are heading towards that zone now. Watch out. Okay, so with that said, let's quickly deep dive into the open and high. Okay, before that, like, and yes, there were a couple of things on the morning trades and 320 strategies. People who have been like asking me how to like trade on these ones. If you have been seeing the morning trade, okay, first we'll complete the 320 and then come to the morning trade. So 320 on Thursday, that was the last trading day. Friday it was on holiday. So 320, it gave a signal at around 505 on 37,800 CE. Okay, so this was for the next series. So that is like in the current series. On Thursday, it was next series. Today, if you'd have been looking at, it is the current series which you are looking at. So 37,800 CE, it gave a signal at around like an 320. If you'd have been seeing the 320, this is the time. Okay, so this was the candle wherein the signal would have come in at around 505 odd levels. Okay, on the same day, it went to like an 518, 520. But today, it opened at almost 500 and this particular candle, it opened at 549. From there, it started to fall. So if you'd have been like a person who would have been holding this trade, you would have got an exit at the first candle itself. If you would have been like really smart enough. If you would have missed it, then probably at cost to cost on the following candle. But other than that, the Bank Nifty has been a weak link. It has been continuously pouring downwards, and you can clearly see the OI data is also suggesting it is going higher and higher. There is no way you will be able to get an exit. And moreover, these 320 strategies, in case if you are taking it, I suggested to take it out of your profits. And if you are like a small lot player, do not even bother to go and try this one, because it can be a high risk and like an instrument. It can completely erode your capital, and at the same time, it can give you a large reward. Why I say it can give you a large reward? The Bank Nifty was there on the call side, looking at all the data and other things, whereas the Nifty was playing it on the put side, 17,900 at 190 rupees. And you can clearly see this is the area wherein the signal came in at around now 190, the 320 candle. From here, it opened like in a big, like an open, though it opened lower at like an, what to say, almost this particular candle was like an low was 166, and quickly went and closed at 223. From there, it went higher, nothing stopped. So in case if you'd have bought it like an 190, you would have almost like an almost 70-80% of your target is done for the day. So if you're trailing it with your first candle low as your stop loss, or this level as your stop loss, you would still be making enough tons of money. So this is on the 320 strategy. Yes, most important thing, don't average your position, whether it is winning or losing. Whatever the position which you're holding, try to like an trail it. Okay, that's the only way you needed to play it on the 320. Coming back to the morning strategies, morning trade today, no trade was given on the Bank Nifty, both on the call or on the put side. But Nifty, yes, it was giving you a strong momentum on this level. What is this morning signal is all about? How do you need it to look at the trade? If the signal is available between 102 to 202, okay, that is a range at which it is suggesting us, okay, this is the range at which I will be able to take a trade. And if it is opening below or if it is opening above, then I should be avoiding it. That's the reason we are given a signal range. If the market is opening up in the 17,800 or 17,900, between this range, we needed to like and look at to take a trade. But anything below or above, I would completely avoid it. So with that in mind, again, you can clearly see the signal data will be updated at 9:11, because these guys are like and trying to get the signal at before the market opens based on all the parameters which we would have considered. And since the direct position on market are highly risky, we will recommend only 10% of your profits, not your capital. Again, we are not a SEBI registered advisor and we will not be responsible for your profit or loss. Most important thing, do not risk your capital. And for all these exit signals, what we are seeing here, it is like a 50% of your entry level. So if you're entering at like an almost at 200, then your exit would be at 100 in case of a stop loss. But if you are looking for like a profit, once it is above your buy price, you should always trail it. That is the only mantra which is going to be making you make money in this market, because this market is going to be absolutely crazy. Don't try to hold it with your initial stop loss and then keep on holding it for the whole day. These are all morning trades. Once it is above your buy price, we should definitely be able to get an exit. Okay, so all this said and done, like in 17,900, I believe both have gave you like a perfect opportunity. 17,900, the opening was exactly at 179. The level which we mentioned was 160 to 260. It opened there, and then it went from there to almost literally to the day's high of 328. Now it is trading at 307. And the other one, 102 to 202, 17,800. You can clearly see it opened at 122. It was well within the range for us to enter. And now it is trading at 224 with a high at 247. So both these have been like in giving perfect signals, and like an out of 10 times, 7 or 8 times it will be in our favor, 2 times it will be against. So we needed to adjust that, because we cannot be getting like 100% accurate on all the things at all the time. So please keep that in mind before taking all these trades. Okay, so that is done now. Guys, there was like a couple of signals on both Nifty and Banknifty. Both the signals have played out well. The Banknifty once again has given another signal somewhere around here now. So both like in the Banknifty and the Nifty has given enough sufficient signals for you to make 1% today. How many of you made money on these signals today? Banknifty has given 2, Nifty has given like an 1. Wow, that's a huge number. Okay, made 30K. Okay, got it. Great to see that like and many of you have made money using only the signals. And guys, like in all you need is just like in 1 or 2 signals for you to make money, and the Banknifty has provided an absolute opportunity. So again, how to use the signals? Once the signal is generated, in is my entry, out is my stop loss. What we have done is for the out, we have drawn a line here to suggest in case if the market is reversing, this is the level wherein I would needed to take an exit. In this scenario, both like and the signals has given you a reward before it is going higher. But even for the second signal, still it has not hit your stop loss. This would have given you the result. And at the same time, the market has still not hit your stop loss as well. And the same goes for the Nifty as well. The signal was generated here. From there, another 40-50 points have been like and coming down. Bank Nifty, the first signal came here. From there, we had almost like 100-150 points on the down tick. Guys, someone who has not got the signal, just close the browser completely and then open it, because if you'd have been like in holding the like in what to say the chart from previous days and other things, sometimes the signal may not be appearing. And how you needed to add the signal, just click on this indicator field, go and select OSPL signal and add it. This is available only for the annual plan members. Okay, so this will be available on the advanced chart. Open the advanced chart. Okay, it will be opening up default like this. Go into the indicators field, add OSPL signal. This OSPL signal will be available only for the Go annual plan members. Okay, so here you will be able to see the signal which is available, whatever the signal which was generated on each of those days. Okay, so with signals and everything is in place, many of you have been looking for like in the open and high strategy. What is this strategy is all about, which is only available at this juncture in OI Pulse, which I can proudly say it. So that is the open and high strategy. If you're going to look at all menu, under that you have a tab called like an open and high strategy. Just open that. Okay, here, looking at today's scenario. Is the open and high strategy is applicable or not? People who have already attended my session, and it's just a small questionnaire to understand like and whether you guys have understood or not. Is it applicable today or not? Okay, 90% of you have said no. A couple of them have said yes. Okay. So for the people who said yes, it is a no for me. Why? Okay. How did I come to this open and eye strategy? What is this and why we needed to look at this as an opportunity for you to enter or like and do some trades or anything using this, whether I'll be able to make money? Because this particular strategy over the past few years has given me large rewards. Okay, this is something which I've been like in tracking it since 2000, like in 16, 17, maybe. Yeah, 17. I don't remember the exact month and year, but 17. But like and try to get more details starting from 2018, 19. Okay, so 19, I've started to like look at all possibilities, how it has been done and why it has been done, whether it is going to be a rewarding one if I'm going to be following this and so on. Many a days you would have been wondering, right? The market would have been like an opening up in a different range, and then the market would quickly move in the opposite direction. And like, and I used to like get my trailing stop losses or like in my like an initial stop losses getting triggered left, right, and center. Then I used to think, why my stop losses is getting hit, like in spite of the market showing me that the direction is going to be on the other, like an upside, and the market is moving on the downside. Why it is being done? Then slowly when I started to analyze, there has been a lot of things which was needed to be seen. Okay, so I'm just going to be showing you a few examples. These are like in days when I used to track it from like in the what to say the when the things were happening in early part in 2019, 20 and other things. What I used to do is take a screenshot. At that time we were not having the OI pulse. I used to take a lot of screenshots. These are like in sample screenshots. I have like in plenty which I will be like in showing it to you later, but these are the screenshots which I used to take it. What I needed to do is beginning of the day, once the market is opening at around 9:15, 9:16, I will be taking an open and high, like in to see which side there is an open and high available. Okay, so if the open and high is available on the call side, first of all, what is open and high? When an initial trade is done, okay, at 9:15, at the open itself, you will see like in several strikes matching the open and high price. Okay, if you look at this, the open was at 68.9, the high was also 68. This happens at 9:15 a.m. Okay, 9:15, not at 9:18 or like in 9:20. This opens at a like an opening trade. So how come like in the opening trade exactly matches this, the 68.9, 68.9? If you look at 399, 399, 750, 750, but these are not matching. But open is 233, the high is 253, 399, 399, exact figure. Okay, so what is happening here? It is nothing but someone is placing an order right at the beginning of the day. Okay, right at the beginning of the day, someone is placing an order, and that order will get executed. So who is doing it and why they're doing it and how they're doing it? This is the one puzzle which I was trying to crack for a few years. So what is that which I came to a conclusion? How did I came to a conclusion as well? Beginning of the day, when someone wanted to take a market in a particular direction, they are going to be like, and there is going to be a big group which is going to be coming into the market. When these big groups are coming into the market, they are going to be carrying like in lots and lots of cash. They're going to be buying the FNO, they're going to be buying the stocks, they will be buying the like in the futures, they will be buying the options, they'll also be selling the options. Everything will be happening. When all these factors are happening, they're going to be deploying some cash, and they're not going to be deploying like in only one particular element. They will normally be deploying it in several elements. When I say several elements, they will be buying a cash, they will be buying the futures, they will be buying the stock options, they will be buying the index options, they will be selling the index options and everything. In literally doing so, they will deploy initial money. Imagine if I'm a buyer who's coming into the market with 5,000 crore today. Okay, I know for sure today I'm going to be taking the market lower. In that sense, what I will initially do is I will deploy 500 to 1,000 crore beginning of the day. When I say beginning of the day, it is at 9:15, I will deploy some 1,000 crore. So what am I doing? When I'm deploying this 1,000 crore, I'm going to be buying all the things which I wanted it at the market price. When I'm initiating a trade at the market price, what's happening is it is going and buying whatever the price which is available. Whoever is selling it at 9:15, it is going to be going and buying that. That is the reason when you're seeing certain strikes, Though the price at which it should be trading at 190 or 180, it might have opened at 233. In this scenario, 350, it is opening at 399, almost a 50 or 100 or 200 rupees away from the spot level where it is should be trading, or the like in the premium level at which it should be trading. Why it is happening? It is happening because there is a basket order buying which is coming in from a particular individual who is like it can be a group, it can be an individual, or whomever it is. They are trying to initiate a large buy. Okay, once that is done, what is that? It is giving me an indication. Imagine if you're a guy who has pumped in 1,000 crores in the morning in the opening minute itself, and you have another 4,000 crore which is in your kitty, wherein you know that you are going to be deploying sometime during the day to take the market in your favor and then make some profits. How will you be able to make some profits? You'll be able to make some profits as in more and more it goes higher from the buy level from which you are able to take it higher and higher. Then the opponent party has to give up because and he will be sitting at a loss and then he has to give up. Okay, in that scenario, how should I be determining that this guy is going to be buying further or not? Okay, that is the biggest question which many of you would be knowing it. I bought it at the open, but what if this guy is not going to be buying it later? Who knows that whether this guy is going to be buying it or not? How will I be able to determine it? Yes, those are the factors which is going to be very important and very vital for us to understand that whether this guy is going to be doing it or not. Okay, first and foremost, 9:15, we are going to be looking at certain parameters like open and high matching exactly. I don't want open as 90 and the high is at 127. I don't want that. I want exactly 68, 68, 233, 233, 399, 399, 750, 750. I want a perfect exact match of open and high. I don't want open and high is like a little higher. No, that means already those are the strikes wherein they would have already traded it, and I don't want to see that. If you are able to see this, when you're seeing several strikes, which is having an open and high match, and especially if it is in the money and at the money, I don't want deep in the money. I don't want OTM strikes. When I say deep in the money or OTM strikes, which are the ones to be avoided? If you're looking at the Banknifty, look for a range of 200 to 400, 450. Again, I repeat, if you're trading in Banknifty, look for a range of 200 to 450. If you're looking at Nifty, 100 to 300. Okay, these are the levels which I want you to concentrate. Anything above and anything below, I don't want to look at that at all. Now you know why I said today is not an ideal day for me to look at the open and high. Can you see that the range is that any open and high which is available? The open and high available is 38,700, 800, 38,900. These are all OTM strikes for me on the call side. 36,800, 36,700, 36. These are all deep in the money for me on the call side. Is there any strikes which is there having an open and high between like in a 200 to 500 odd range, even 450? Nothing. None of the strikes are there in that category. So in that scenario, I'm not going to be bothered about going and taking a trade considering it's going to be an open and high available today. There is absolutely no open and high trade. Okay, that is one thing. Next, in case if these guys are matching several strikes, then yes, there is a strong possibility that these guys are going to be looking at taking it. Again, in the money and at the money, which should be having it between 200 to 450 range. Okay, with that said, so why no open and high today? Because sometimes these guys are not going to be pumping in the funds in the morning, but they have pumped in certain things, but they have not pumped in the money exactly at in the money and at the money. Most important thing, there would have been few things which would have happened between 9:15 and 9:16 itself. Absolutely fine. I don't care. But I wanted these open and highs to be available more and more for me to be really confident on certain days. Okay, I'll show you a few examples also. Don't worry, and how the open and high will be there and how you needed to be looking at the data to take it. And what I have observed is whenever there is an open and high, what these guys are doing, they're buying it at the open. And after some time, just give me a minute. Okay. So the price falls from this level. Once the price falls, what is the guy who would have bought it in the morning would be thinking? Okay, you guys needed to put yourself in the guy who would be doing the trades and then think about it. Imagine you have pumped in 1,000 crores in the morning. You bought the strikes at 399. Imagine 25,500. You bought it at 399. But 918, it has gone to 350, maybe like in 320, 300 also after like a 920, 925. So you already bought it at 399, but after a while, someone is offering it to you at 300 or 350 or like in 280 odd levels. So how will he be feeling? He'll be feeling very good. Why? First and foremost, you will be thinking, I don't know whether like in that particular guy who is shorting this particular strike, whether he'll be able to take it lower. Why? I'm buying the futures. Sorry, I'm shorting the futures and I'm going to be like in buying the put here so that I know somewhere down the line, I will be able to take this 399 out. I'll just show you what has happened in this scenario. Can you see this? The price at which it was trading was 399, the open and high, and then it was trading at 355 at 918. Okay, but look at this after like in 10:20 a.m. The price has already crossed from 300 levels to 400. The open and high was 399. It has been crossed. It went to 479. Now it is trading at 425. The time was around 11:20 a.m. So imagine in this scenario, a guy who has bought it at the open, more it goes at the lower level, he will be feeling a lot more good. The reason is he will say, okay, guys, like and now you guys have taken it lower. Thank you so much for offering me the same strike, which I bought it at open at 399. Now you guys are offering it to me at 355. Why? Anyway, he knows that he is going to be shorting the futures. He is going to be taking the market lower and the price of the put is going to be going higher. So if he is going to be deploying another 1,000 crore at 300 or 350 levels, imagine when 100 rupee high is going to be happening, he is definitely going to be making a lot of money. Okay, so that is something which I have seen these guys, the way they do it. They are like an absolutely terrific players who knows how to bring down the market and take the market also in an equal and a fast manner in the direction in which they have bought it. Okay, so the next question is, in this scenario, 1, 2, 3, this is like an OTM one. These two are the ones which is going to be interesting to me. I don't want to see this. Why am I looking at only in the money and at the money? Why am I not looking at OTM strikes or deep in the money strikes? Guys, what I have observed is only when they have pumped in the funds in the money and at the money, they have tried to do that open and high hits several times. Why? The reason is that is the most traded instrument for that particular day. Usually, if you go and look at the volumes or anything, you will always see the maximum trade is happening at the max pain area. What is the max pain area? The area wherein both the bulls are going to be defending it. Today, if you look at the market today, okay, this is the option chain. Where is the max pain area? The max pain area as of now, it is at like in 37,400. In the morning, if it has seen it, it would have been at 38. So this is the area wherein the maximum trade happened now. Now slowly the shift is moving towards like an 37,500. This is a round strike. That's the reason you're going to be seeing a maximum volume getting traded today. So if you look at this particular area, from morning it has given you like an 150% move on the put side. But most importantly, imagine in the morning 38k was your like an at the money. Then naturally they would have been like an pumping in maximum volume here. Even now you can look at it. This is the one which has traded with almost like a huge volume, 1 crore 80. On the other hand, this has like an traded with like an 1 crore 80, 1 crore 04. And the like in the 37,500 has traded with 1.83 crores. So the maximum volume happening is like in 38,500 and 38. But considering today the market has moved more than like in 500 points, the volatility is going to be there. But imagine in the morning, these guys are going to be focusing on 38,000. So someone who has pumped in the money in the morning is going to be pumping in more in the money and at the money. That's the reason I'm looking for strikes which is between 200 and 500 in the Banknifty, 100 to 300 in the Nifty. Keep putting that in your mind. 100 to 300 in the Nifty and 200 to 450 to 500 in the Banknifty. Nothing beyond that. So when I say that, the open and high range which you needed to look at here, that like in the day's high And then the day open needed to be between 200 to 500 range. Don't go beyond that. At the same time, for the Nifty, 100 to 300. Look at this Nifty now. 17,600. It is at 260. This one at 17,550, 287. Can you see this? 326, 406, and other things. But the problem is 17,300, 400, 450, all these would have not traded with volume. The market was trading at 17,800 in the 17,700 in the morning, 17,750 almost. It opened at 17,800 odd zones. In fact, let me quickly see the day's high before I show you that. Okay, so the day's high was, okay, the day's high was almost 17,800. Wow, not bad. Opened at almost like the 17,800 odd zones, and then from there it has been like a continuously on a move on the downward spiral. And looking at the Banknifty, this has been like a terrific fall which has been happening now. Okay, let them keep on continuing it because the market is clearly it's playing out on sell on rise. Looking at all these scenarios, I wanted it to be like in between 200 to 100 to 300 odd range. This is like in more than that. These are the only ones which would have interested me in the morning. Which are the ones? 17,600 and 17,550. It's not a round strike. I would avoid it. Always in the Nifty, look for the round strikes, not on the 50 strikes. When I say round strike, 17,600, 17,700, 17,800, not the other ones. Today, what they have done, there was an open and high on the call side. There was an open and high on the put side. This particular open and high, which was there on the put side, got hit. The low was 103. It opened at almost 167. The day high was 167. Once they broke that, it quickly went higher and higher. From 103, it not only hit the 167, now it is almost trading at 250. Okay, this is a different ball game. I'll come back to this later. But today, ideally, there were only few strikes which was there on the call side, which would have been like in giving some kind of a comfort. But I would have loved to see that happening in 17,800, not at 17,600 or 500. The reason is these are little deep in the money strikes for Nifty, considering the volume is not that much in the morning. Okay, if you'd have been seeing this, can you see this? 17,600. Now is the time wherein the OI and everything is building up. In the morning, the OI was only like 1,92,000 or something. Now they've added more than 20 lakh for the day. That means the entire 90% of the volume, what you're seeing like in the OI buildup has been happening now, not in the morning. So ideally, where I should have seen it here because this is the area wherein the maximum OI buildup and everything was there. In the morning, I should have seen an open and high on the call side rather than on the put side at the money. So the open and high was also on the put side today, which gave a perfect opportunity, like in somewhere around 100 to 300. This one would have been like in a perfect bet with all the things are in their favor, and this has been hit. Okay, now, if you look at this scenario again, as I told you, as a buyer who would have pumped in the money in the morning, this guy would definitely not wanting to lose. Unless and until the opponent has 7,000 crores in kitty. If this guy has like 5,000 crores and if he has deployed 1,000 crores in the morning, what he will do is he will try to deploy more money at the lower level. He will keep on buying it. Why? Because he knows somewhere down the line, I have another 2,000 to 3,000 crores in my pocket, which I can deploy to take the market in my favor. That is the reason sometimes you will see, though the open and high matches, it will not be like an immediately getting triggered. It will get triggered after like an hour or so. Why? By the time the guy who would have pumped in the funds in the morning, he would try to accumulate more and more position in his favor, and he will just do it in one whipsaw moment wherein he will be able to take the market in his direction. That's one thing. One more thing. Whenever he's doing it, please be aware you will also be looking at where is the opponent's strength is. Okay, on a day like today, I always keen to look for Q1 and Q2 parameters before taking a trade on the open and high. What is my Q1 and Q2 parameters? If the open and high is forming on the put side, I wanted it to not fall more than 50% in terms of the price, and in terms of the OI also not increase more than 50%. Someone who would have attended my mentoring programs and other things, you guys will be knowing about the Q1 and Q2. So the Q1 and Q2 parameters should not be getting met. When I say the Q1 and Q2 parameters, more than 50% fall should not have happened in case if the open and high is available on the put side. And at the same time, they also should not have formed more than 50% increase in OI. Why? If they would have done that, that means the opponent party who's coming into the market has more money than these guys today. And now, anything which is there on the call side, look at the open and high, any strikes which is matching, no, like none of the strikes which is there visible here, but those are all like an OTM and other things. But looking at the Q1 and Q2 parameters, should I be taking up like an any trade? Imagine this is a scenario and you have several strikes on the call side, which is having an open and high match. I wouldn't be taking it. Why? It has already fallen more than 50% on the call side, and the OI buildup is also more than 100% here. That is like an 50%. I wanted it, 50% on the OI. Both the parameters have been fulfilled. In this scenario, even if the open and high is available, I would not willing to take it on the call side. The reason is the guy who's writing the calls is having enough capital and he's trying to take this market lower and lower. On the other hand, I will also be keen to look at whether the open and high on the put side, whether the fall has happened more than 50% or not. In this scenario also, it would not have given me the confidence. Now, look at this scenario. The open and high is forming on the put side, 68, 68. 399, 399, 750, 750, 894, 989. So which is the only strike which is fulfilling my requirement? Though there are like 3-4 strikes which are exactly matching. If I wanted to take a trade, which is the strike which I would be keenly to take a trade? Which is 25,500, which is trading at 355. The open and high was at 399. Again, is the Q1 and Q2 parameters fulfilled here? No, the market has not fallen on the call side. Neither it has fallen on the put side. The market has not risen above the like 50% mark on the call side, neither on the put side. So which is a perfect opportunity wherein the market can reward you. Okay, this is one more thing. Whenever the open and high is matching, either on the call side or on the put side, always watch for the future price as well. If the open and high is matching on the call side, we want open and high match on the future. Remember, if the open and high is matching on the call side, we want the open and high to be matching on the future. If the open and high is matching on the put side, we want the open and low to be matching on the futures. Remember, open and high matching on the call side, we want open and high on the future. If the open and high is matching on the put side, we want the open and low on the future. Why is that? Whenever these guys are pumping in the funds, if they know that the market is going to be going higher, they're going to be making an initial, like an buy on the futures. Naturally, the open and high on the future will match. Then you are going to have several strikes on the call side is going to be matching. Similarly, when the open and low is matching, you will see the open and low on the future matching. You will see several strikes on the open and high on the call side is also, the put side is also going to be giving you that clue and opportunity. Okay, keep these two things in mind, which is going to be very, very crucial. Okay, so guys, I will be uploading this video. So don't worry, even if you have missed it, you can go through the video again. So it will give you a clarity. Okay, one more thing. Is this all being done manually? No. These are the ones which are being done by the HFTs, or like in the basket order buying or selling, which these guys do it. So when they are doing it in the morning, none of these are going to be placed manual order. That is the reason It gives me a lot more comfort that somewhere down the line, they're just going to be going for this, and I have an opportunity for me to go and hit that number. Okay, so always remember, these are not manual trades which is done at beginning of the day. These are trades which are done by, okay, one sec. Okay, these are trades done by, absolutely by the HFTs, which is going to be giving you that reward. But trust me, this market is in like in a brutal phase now. They have broken. I showed you the like in what to say, the chart, right? This is a support which they should have been taking it. First time they came in, couple of attempts they made it. They took a support. Now they are falling well below that level of like in 37,400. Next stop is 37,310. Guys, watch out for this is going to be the final level. In case if they are not able to break, if they are not able to hold that level, watch for it to go and break and then test all the way to 36,600. That's going to be the next destination for the Bank Nifty. The Bank Nifty is absolutely headed lower and lower, and that too they are like making it go lower with volume. So this is going to be absolutely interesting day. Yes. So as I told you, all these are done by the algos. So that's a reason you will see all these open and high match, open and future match, and then open and low match, open and high on the put side match. Everything is going to be happening. Again, it all depends upon the guy who is carrying the maximum cash on that day. Okay. So imagine if I'm a guy who's carrying maximum cash to take the market on the put side, no matter what, even if the guy who's buying something on the call side, he will never be able to be successful. Okay. So in this scenario, what I needed to do, how should I be taking a trade? Okay. In case if I see like in several open and high matching exactly on the put side today, and the market has not fallen, the open and low is going to be matching and other things, then if everything is in my favor, okay, what I will do is I will look for the strike which is in the money and at the money, which if it is going to be at the money, that is more than convenient. If it is going to be in the money, maybe one or two strikes, then absolutely convinced I will be looking to take a trade. Okay, so even in this scenario, how should I be taking a trade? In the like in a tool, what we have given is we have given you an option called probability. Whenever the probability is about 90%, whenever the probability is about 90%, and you see this open and high badge, right? Do you see this red colored like in a badge here? What we have done is the probability plus this badge, which will give us like in a some kind of a confirmation that these guys are literally heading towards that zone. Okay. When they are heading there, then probably yes, that is the momentum wherein I will try to chase it. Again, remember, the probability has to be 90, and I needed to see a red badge here on the open and high here. Okay, if I see a red badge and 90%, which I see it here, Shiva, shall I go ahead and take it? Is it in my range for me to take it? These are the strikes which would hardly be traded. If you go and look at 17,000 CE, can you see this? What is the volume that got traded today? The more overall OA buildup itself is only 4,200, and the maximum volume that got traded is around 89,000. This is not a liquid script, which I want you to consider. That's the reason I don't want you to worry about anything which gives you a problem. This may go and hit. I'm not saying it may not. Can you see this? Hardly any transaction happened. The open and high was at 710. There was no transaction happened at all. So in that scenario, you are not going to be making any money on that. So don't try to go and chase anything in the open, like in what to say, in the OTM or in the deep ITM strikes. No way it is possible. It may go it, but you may not win massively because hardly any transactions would have happened. Always remember, I want this open and high batch. I want this 90-95% probability at the money and in the money. That is the area wherein I can easily scalp for 30, 40, or 50 points on that particular trade. One more thing. Imagine The momentum which I was telling you, right? Imagine today, this is the open and high, which is on 355, 25,500. Think that on the chart, the market has given you a falling and it is trading below the VWAP super trend and then the like an PSR and everything. This is a clear indication that the market is falling. So on the chart wise, you have gotten like a confirmation that the market is falling. Next, what is a Dow doing? In case if you are trying to buy a put, you don't want the Dow to be in the positive territory in a large manner. You want the world markets also to give you and help you to support that it is going to be falling. Though the Dow is 100 points, we have our own reasons to fall. The reason is the dollar index is extremely going higher and higher towards 96. And then the FIs are selling left, right, and center. They don't want to be staying in the Indian market at all. They have been doing that. Next one is the volatility index. Volatility index is also from almost 14.5 odd levels. It has risen by like 5% today, which is again bearish. If all these parameters are helping me, then I would definitely go and buy and put here. What is the important thing is, this is not a trade wherein you should be deploying your entire percent of your capital or anything. Usually I try it with my 10% of my capital with 2 to 3% as my stop loss. When I say 10% of my capital, I will only chase the momentum. And the most important thing, we say, for example, if it is at 400, if it is quickly crossing from 300 to 350, I will go and take a trade at 350. And then I will place my stop like a target at 390. I will not even be waiting till 400 odd zone, which is the open and high. So I'm looking for 350 to 400, only 40 points. I don't want the entire rally. Okay, so that is something which I will be keenly looking for. And one more thing, once the open and high trade is done, unless and until the market is in the direction, do not even chase it. Usually 90% of the time, what I have seen is these guys, they wanted an exit, right? They would have already bought it at the lower level. Once it goes and hits the open and high, sometimes it may move like in 30, 40 points above that level. They will book the profits and it will keep coming down drastically from those levels. Okay, so always remember, the open and high, if you're chasing the momentum, you're looking for 30, 40 points. And if you're getting it, if you're entering at 350, and if it is at the open and high is at 399, place your like a target at 390, get that 40 points, get an exit. Okay, I'll just show you one example here. This particular example, which you have seen here, the 399, the price was at 355. If you'd have taken a trade on 350 odd zones, even if it is like and moving towards like a 390, you would have got an exit. It went all the way to 479. It is now trading at 435 at that like a 10 o'clock level. Okay, I'll show you one more example how it will be looking like when you are seeing perfect match on all the strikes. I was telling you all the strikes to be matching, right? This is the one which I wanted to show you on. Yes, okay. Can you see this? No, yeah, this is the one. Okay. 12, 17, 20. Just a minute, team. Did I delete that example? Okay, I think I've deleted the post one, but I will show you the pre one, how it will look like. This is a perfect day. Okay, if you're looking for an open and high, this is the strike where it can give you a large reward. Look at this particular one. The open and high on the future is 38.41, 38.41, 497, 497, and then 229, 229, 158, 158, 121, 121. But can you see this? 379, 412, 308, 354. These are open and the high is little more than that. It's absolutely fine. But I wanted at least like in 5-6 strikes to match, and that's happening here, including the future here. Whenever you see the open and high matching here and then several strikes on the call side matching here, what you wanted to see is Always go and look for open and low on the other side. If you look at it, 291, 291, 320, 290, and then 204, 169, 140, 123. There is an open and high available here. Open and low is available here. There is heavy possibility on that particular day. It can be happening. The reason is they have not met the Q1 and Q2 parameters in the money and at the money. And most importantly, they have not increased the price by like 50% on the other side as well. When these things are happening, this is going to be giving me a confidence that this can happen. I'll show you a perfect example as well. Just give me a minute. This is 1280. Okay. This is another classic example here. Look at this. 36402, open and high is exactly matching. 719, 728, 560, 608. It is not matching exactly, but here 560, 560, 540, 540, 422, 451, higher. 474, 474, 272, 272. You are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 5 strikes, including the future is matching. When the open and high is matching on the call side, what I wanted it on the put side, I want open and low to be matching. 449, 449, 380, 380, 344, 330. Almost several strikes on the put side. Open and low is matching, plus open and low is also on the lower end on the other side, which is suggesting me that this particular day is a huge opportunity for you to make money. Do you wanted to see this 36,400 and 36,600? The market is trading at 36,291. Okay, but due to the high V levels and other things, you are seeing a high premium. But even in this scenario, if you're going for like an 36,400, where the maximum trade would have been happening and so on, something which is around like an 500 odd zone, this one is trading at 456, almost 100 rupee. It would have given you a large reward, correct? So can you see this? It went from not only hit the 440, 540, it went to 658 and then came back and traded at 277. So what is the catch point here? From almost 450, it went to 650 odd zones. It went to 275. So someone who's trying to hold this trade, it's not going to work out. Okay, always remember the open and high, once they go and hit it, 80% of the time, what I have seen is they try to book their profits and it doesn't come back quickly to that level. In that scenario, I don't want you to be there in the trade beyond that point. So how will I be able to enter? Since there is a momentum, in case if it is a call trade, look at this, it is trading at 450 odd zone. What I would be looking on the chart is whether it is trading above the VWAP super trend and other things, whether the global markets are positive. If these two parameters are fulfilling, then yes, it makes all the more sense for me to go and chase it. But if the market is in a complete negative mood, okay, it has fallen more than 50% and then the puts have risen by more than 50%, then I don't want to be there in that trade at all. Okay, perfect opportunity is the momentum. Even if you're able to catch like in this one at like in 450 to 540, you don't want the entire one. Even if you're able to catch it at like in 500 odd zones, you should be able to capture 40, 50 points. Always remember the momentum is the key in open and high trades. So if I'm going to be a buyer on the open and high on the call side, what the sellers will do? They will literally focus on all the open and low. Today, all the open and low on the put side, the call side has been hit on both Nifty and the Banknifty. You can clearly see it, but these are all OTM strikes, deep in the money strikes. Here, deep in the money strikes, open and low is matching, but the probability is very, very low if you are trying to chase this one. So do not even bother to do any kind of it because the probability is nothing less than 10. And moreover, everything is deep in the money. So I don't want even to bother looking at that. Next one. Look at this. Though the open and high on the future is not matching, 669, 669. And then, on the put side also, there are days wherein you would see the open and high match available on both the sides. That is the day it is going to be very tricky. Why? That means you are having 1% of the one set of crowd is doing it on the call side, one set of crowd is doing it on the put side. So both the sides, the possibility is going to be there. So on those days, you needed to know who is going to be doing the move first before making the move on the other side. Guys, there are days wherein you would see the moves happening on both the sides. You'll be able to make money on the call side, you will be able to make money on the put side, provided the Q1 and Q2 parameters not getting fulfilled. If you'd have seen on this particular day, 392, 330, 232, almost 190 to 198. And then there were like a few strikes on the call side as well, like 132. And there was like another one which I saw at 669. There are a few strikes which are matching on the call side. In that scenario, you can expect these guys to hit it on both the sides on that particular day. Okay, look at this. The 669 on the call side not got hit, whereas on the put side, the 232, watch out for that one. That was the one which I was trying to chase it on that day. It went, hit the 232, went all the way to like an 288, and then came back and closed at 140. So always remember, I'm looking for 30 to 40 points on those trades. I'm not looking for the entire rally. Okay, so open and high, as I keep saying, it is a risky element, but it can be a highly rewarding one. But the most important thing in the open and high is, earlier many people were asking like and where to enter another thing. That's the main reason we have given you this probability rate. At the money and in the money, when the probability is around 90% with the badge, and if the momentum and everything is in your favor, I would definitely chase it with like a 50 or 100 point stop loss, considering that's the only way we'll be able to capture it. The reason is this market is going to be absolutely brutal. Okay, one such recent incident wherein the open and high were like and literally giving you all the moves. I'll just show you that. This was the open and high which was available on this month. Okay, these are the strikes which got hit. Like, and if you'd have been looking at the data, I'll just show you few. This is on one day before the expiry last week. This is what I would call it as a perfect day wherein I can expect the open and high to be hit. Why? At the money was 38. That is was trading at like an 438, 438. Okay, most important thing, 300 from 250. This is the one, 38, 300 up to like an 37, 700. Only these strikes I can concentrate. Correct? 524, 438, 300, 258. You know what happened on that particular day? It went lower and then like and moved around like a 920. It went lower and lower. 946, all the strikes got hit. Okay, 946, all the strikes got hit on the call side. This is how it will be looking like. You will see almost literally every other strikes on the open and high matching. You will also have the open and high matching on the future, and the market would not have fallen on like in more than 50, 50% on the call side, more than 50% on the put side. And moreover, when the move is happening in your favor, just chase the momentum and then get it done. And on this particular day, many of you played on the open and high on the call side. The momentum was there. The open and high badge was like in giving you 90%. Almost literally everything got hit. Whenever the open and high is available here, watch open and low for the sellers, whether you are having a similar kind of an open and low. If you look at this particular day, the open and low on both call and the put, everything got hit because the premium erosion was happening big time. And most important thing, you don't see many of the open and high is available on the put side. Unlike today, this is a perfect day for you to get yourself perfectly hit. 1511, another day, look at this. This particular day, it was on the put side. Again, the range is 200 to 500, 258, 300, and 355. And see the time at which it went and hit. It went and hit at 1129, and then it closed somewhere around that level of like what to say. It went to a high of 388, closed it at 294. Most important thing, whenever you're chasing the open and high, don't try to hold it once it crossed that level. Always remember, try to close your positions before even it goes to that level. Imagine if the open and high is at 560, and if you're entering at 500, I would place my like in target at 550 or 555. Why? Guys, those are the like in targets and other things done by the big boys. We will not be able to like and capture all the moves that is being done by them. We are just going to be part of the move. Always remember, several times what I've observed is they will hit that number by few rupees and then come back pretty quickly on the lower end. Okay, I would show you one or two strikes which they would do it like that. 1211. Can you see this? The other day we saw everything on the call side. This particular day, everything on the put side. And 300 to 500 is our range. From here, like, and even if you are looking at 38,300, 400, considering it's a Friday, you can look at like a little at the money as well. One strike above at the money as well. So you would definitely be able to get it. And moreover, look at this. The open and high was at 325. It went to a high of like in 378, went and closed at 192. Always remember, whenever these open and high is getting formed, they will go and hit it and then quickly retrate it as well, because at that level, they will try to book their profits. Okay, so never trust and then hold your positions longer. Now, I will go into the manual a bit to give you a brief about like and how we have identified it and what are the things which you needed to be looking at. So the most important thing, where is this manual available? The manual is available in the OI Pulse. If you go into the OI Pulse, go into the user manual, click on this download, open it, go to page number 222. You will see an addendum added here, addendum 7, wherein we have given you the open and high complete concept here. So what we have done is, how do we need to understand why such a move is happening? What are the reasons behind the open and high? Why the open and low is getting like how it is related with the open and high? How I should be looking at the data? How I can use it to my advantage? I have given you all the examples which I'm showing you within real-time scenario, how it will match and how you needed to be looking at it. And most important thing, till which time it is going to be a probability. Usually on expiry day, it has to happen before 10:30, 11. If it is not happening, avoid it, because due to the theta effect, it is not going to be giving you an opportunity to get that. Even if it is happening in the afternoon, it is going to happen just for the sake of happening it, but you will not be able to benefit it on that particular trade. There are several days wherein many people, what they do is, the open and high will be hit on like in several strikes. Okay. They will be looking for one strike which is not hit to be hit. It doesn't happen. Look at this particular scenario also. This is on like in today. Many people will be thinking all this 90 is hit. This strike will also go and hit it. Not necessary every time they will do that. Okay, so please understand, if it is not hitting on one strike, they might come back, but not necessary they come back every time. The reason is, due to the theta and other things, it cannot be possible for them to hit it on every other time. Okay, what I have explained to you in this document is how each and every step which you needed to be looking at, how you needed to look at whether they are going to be making a bullish move or a bearish move, how they are going to be pumping in, whatever the example which I've like and given you the move, I've given you everything with an example here. Okay, so how they are going to be placing their orders, how they will be like in showing it. How did we determine this? Oh, these are the things which I have observed it over like a 2-3 year time frame, what they have done and how they are doing it and how successfully they are doing it on several days. Okay, so most important thing, some of the few factors which I want you to remember apart from this is, I'll also show you the dates wherein they would have missed it. Avoid it on expiry day if it doesn't happen before 11 a.m. Always follow the Q1 and Q2 rule. Look for the probability and the momentum. The probability has to be 90% and above, and then the open and high batch need to be there, and that need to be very important. Don't chase once the target hits unless the trend is also on that particular direction. Imagine if today, if the market has given you an open and high on the put side, and if you have hit it, now you're looking at the trending OI data and other things, it is clearly bearish. Then probably, yes, it makes sense for me to go and play it. Imagine today, the OI on both the call and the put is only 50 lakhs, 50 lakhs. Then if the open and high is it, I would definitely not wanting to go and be there on the put side. Why? The OI positioning is neutral, the direction is neutral, and I don't want to chase because of the open and high. Open and high is already hit. That means someone who has deployed the money in the morning, he would have got an exit after hitting that open and high because he would have forced some people to cover their shots and he would have got an exit. But you taking a fresh position at that level, you would definitely get yourself like in completely caught on that particular one. Okay. So freak trade strikes, I would completely avoid it. Like, and if something is trading at, say, for example, I'll show you a couple of examples as well when it is not getting hit, and I will show you why it is not hit as well. Guys, only in the recent past, okay, I've seen few days wherein the market has moved it pretty crazy. I'll just show you that. These are the dates wherein the last 4 dates which were missed in the last 1.5 months. But these were like in very, very interesting days as well. $16.11. This is one such day. Okay, on this particular day, yes, there were like in several strikes in the money and at the money were matching, especially the ones like 689, 392, 322, and so on. But on this particular day, the market started to fall big time. Okay, and in the morning, once it has moved above that like in a 50% mark, there is absolutely no chance for you to go and chase that. Correct, and moreover, the probability is also below that 90 mark, so there is no point in you going and chasing it at all. But very rarely you will be seeing this kind of a day. 16, and then one more day is 11. This is a day wherein they hit that like an OTM, sorry, deep in the money strikes, but they were not able to hit at the money and other things. And moreover, it was like in a one day, I think it is on the expiry day and other things. So expiry day, as I told you, they have to be doing it in the morning. If they're not able to do it, you will not be able to see them doing it in the afternoon because of the theta, wherein the premiums cannot be moving higher. On this particular day, the guy who would have pumped in the money in the morning, he would have been literally left to like an with a loss actually, because the guy who's pumping in the money on the opposite side, he is able to take it lower, and you are like a not having any kind of a control on that to bring the price in your direction. Now look at the 10th. This was the day wherein I was expecting a big time. Why? In the recent past, this is the day wherein the market has failed big time, because on this particular day, not only in the money, at the money, there were every strike which was matching 38, 600, 700, 800, 900, 39, 100, 300, 400, 39, 500. You won't see this kind of a day very often. If you are seeing this, I can proudly say 90% of the time, you will see these guys going and hitting the open and high. This was a very, very rare occurrence wherein the bears were like pretty aggressive on that particular day. They were not even letting it. And moreover, in the morning, they were like able to hit only the deep in the money strikes, but none of the OTM strikes were being able to hit, or in the money or at the money were able to be hit. So very rarely you will lose it. This is like an one such day wherein you would have lost in case if you are chasing an open and high. And moreover, once the like an probability rate goes below 60 or 50, it's not time for you to hold it, because this can be highly damaging. Okay, so never hold it if it has gone below that 50 mark. And typically there are days when the open and high is not able to hit. Okay, if it is like in the market is in like in a dilemma situation today, there are several strikes which is having an open and high, and if they're not able to hit it, usually those will be getting hit the following day. Imagine if the Monday open and high is forming, if Q1 and Q2 parameters are not getting met, and if the market is not able to hit it, you can expect it to done by the following day. That is the maximum. Don't hold it for the whole week thinking that no, Monday the open and high got formed, it will somehow get hit on Wednesday or Thursday. Not necessary. The reason is, if I don't have enough funds for the day to pull it in my favor, I go back, make some additional funds, bring it to the market the next day, and then take it in my favor. If it is not happening the following day, that means these guys are given up and they are not interested to take that market. So Wednesday and then Thursday, both the days the call side, the open and high were matching, but unfortunately they were not able to hit that number. This is a miss. And I will also show you one more which happened in last month, 1810. This is a very rare miss which happened on the put side, because usually when I see so many strikes with no strikes on the call side, this is a given for me that the market is going to be rewarding big. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. How many of you remember the day on like in the first 320 strategy came in? If you remember, that was like 2910, right? I'll just show you 2910. This was one day after the expiry. On this particular day, if you'd have seen, the market opened flat and then like went lower pretty fast, but you had several open and high matching on the call side. Okay, that particular day, the 320 would have given you a reward on the put side, and then the morning trade on this particular open and high would have given you a reward on the call side. If you look at this data, almost literally every strike is matching on the call side. Okay, and look at this particular data. The low was 318. From there, it went and came and hit that 700 mark pretty aggressively. So days like this, even if you're not able to capture it from like, and we don't want to capture it from 300, even if you're able to capture it from 500, 550, 600, this should be more than sufficient for you to get that 100, 150 point move. You will literally see all the open and high getting hit on. This is for the buyers, this is for the sellers. All the open and low is getting hit for them. So buyers will be able to make money on the call side. Sellers will be able to make money on the put side by selling your put. And these guys would have bought a call at the lower level, made enough tons of money. This is a classic example. Very rarely you will be seeing this kind of a day. Okay, only on the call side you will get complete open and high. Only on the put side you will get complete open and high. Whenever you're seeing that, that is a day wherein you can expect some kind of a momentum to be there. Once the move is happening, you will see these guys making, literally going and hitting it. I'll want to show you one example wherein they have not done it as well. And I'll tell you the reason also why they have not done it. This is almost similar to that scenario. You will have like several open and low matching here. The open and high will also be matching. In this scenario, whenever the open and low is going to be matching, you will normally see these guys are going to be giving you a reward. Correct? Why? The market needed to fall on that particular side, and then, but if you see the Q1 and Q2 parameters, it has already been fulfilled. When I say Q1 and Q2 parameters, the market on the call side has been rising more than 50%. The fall on the other side is more than 50%. And that's when you will not be able to get that move in your favor. Why it didn't happen on that particular day? The reason is the Dow was rallying big, the VIX was falling big time. When you're having a Dow and the VIX is going to be like on your opposite direction, you cannot be expecting the market to move towards the lower end, because they're going to be looking for the global cues. And if the VIX is also going to be helping them, all those things are going to be against. That means the guy who has brought in the funds on the other side, he is going to be little stronger compared to you. So in that scenario, you are not going to be making money at all. Guys, 99%, what I have seen it on the indexes, whenever the open and high is matching, you will normally see these guys giving you a large reward. Very rarely, if you'd have seen it even in this scenario, except like in a few days, which I was checking it, all other days wherein we were getting literally like in a high is getting hit. 29.11, 26.10. This is the day wherein they got you get on both the sides. Look at this. This is the day wherein someone was buying it on the call side, someone was buying it on the put side. Whenever you see this, first they will move it on one particular direction based on the market move and other things. Then they go and hit the other side as well. On this particular day, look at this. The open and high was at 384. It was like went low up to like 166, came and hit that like 384, went all the way to 400. From there, it came to 300 also. So always remember, they go, hit that number, and then come back. So that's the most important thing that they do it with this kind of an environment. So they normally go hit that number and then come back. They go hit that number, come back. Even here, they hit that number at like an 400, went all the way to 519, came to 216. 2110. Both call and the put got hit, but I would avoid this considering only the 370. This is the one. And even look at this. This particular day, they hit it almost at towards a day end. This is on an expiry day, right? Sorry. Yeah, this is on an expiry day. That's the reason expiry day, it's going to be very, very rare. And look at this. The low was 40 and the open and high was 375. It went to a high of 542 and then closed at 442. This is like in a very rare occurrence which you're going to be seeing it. Whenever you're seeing this, this is going to be like an literally like an out of 10 times, 1 time you may get to see this. The reason is on an expiry day, going and hitting it in the opposite direction, especially in the second half, very rare. And moreover, what they have done here, opened at 294, went to a high of 486, opened at like in 559, went to a high of like in 685. These are the two candidates which you would have been chasing it on that particular day. Even if you'd have done that, you would have made money, but in the second half, it would have quickly fallen from the cliff there. So always remember, don't try to hold your open and highs very, very like in what to say, for a large time frame. Never do that. Chase the momentum, capture it, move on. Capture it, move on. You needed to play for the direction. This is on 21st. Sorry, this is on 20th. Whenever you see this kind of a move, you can clearly see these guys giving you a large reward. And what is the time frame? Usually these open and highs normally gets taken out by 10, 10:30. Why is that? Because anything after 10, 10:30 is where the sellers will start like and trying to bring down the premiums, and then the straddle players will be coming in. They know how to like and make the adjustments, and all those things will be happening. That's the reason we needed to ensure that all these open and high, if we are chasing, it needed to be done before 10:30, 11. And once it is done, do not even bother to stay. Why? I keep reminding you, the reason is, look at this. After the open and high of 506, it went to 668, came and traded at like in 462. That is clearly sign. Once these guys are going and hitting that number, they're ready to book their profits because they would have already bought it at a lower level. And moreover, with the option buying, you will lose the premiums as the theta is going to be there, and you needed to quickly exit. Okay. Next, one more thing. Whenever you are playing for this open and high, the strange possibility is you're going to be entering at 90% probability with the badge and other things. If the probability rate goes below 60, I would exit it. Okay, because if the probability is going below 60, by the time you will see the moves happening on the other side, then there is no point for me to hold that particular trade. So always remember, we want the probability to be 90 and then the badge to be there for me to chase that one. If it is not, then avoid it. Days like this is going to be an avoid. I'll show you the day. Today is like in one such day, which is an avoid. Why it is an avoid? Look at this and then tell me why it is an avoid now. Looking at all the parameters which I was telling you, all 39,600 is your only candidate which you needed to consider. There is nothing which is fulfilling on the put side because nothing is between the range of 200 to 500. Only candidate which was there in 200 to 500 is 445. Only when you're getting like an 1 or 2 strikes matching, don't even bother to chase it on that particular day. Okay, there is 1 or 2 strikes, then you will not have these guys pumping in enough funds to take the market in their direction. Then you will hardly get any kind of a move. Okay, so those days, it's a complete avoid. And look at this. This is the 90% probability candidate, which is at way at like 1085. But the problem here is this is like a way too deep, and you will not be seeing like a much of a probability because the trading would not have happened much. Anything which is in like an anything above 500 range, do not even bother to look at it. Sorry guys, just give me a minute. System is doing something. Oh no. Just give me a minute, guys. Guys, there is some problem with like an either a problem or like and there is some kind of an update which is going on the word. So I think you will be seeing all this in now black. Interesting. Anyway, I will check that one later. But currently looking at this, these are the dates wherein you needed to avoid 2, 3, 4, and then 8. Like and all these dates are like in a complete avoid for me. Look at this. Why it is an avoid? It is not falling in that range, and moreover, even though the market is giving me a like an open and high on one on this side, there are few strikes which are there, but nothing is concrete to show me that like and I'm going to be getting a move on that particular day. Moreover, market was literally sideways on that. Even if you're chasing it on this particular day, it would have been mostly on the put side, not on the call side. Why the put side was not getting hit? The pure reason would have been like in the world markets, and then the other factors would have been like a little positive. So the hitting rate on the put side is going to be very, very minimal. Okay. And one more date, and moreover, it is a Thursday expiry, avoided. One more thing, on this particular day, it's an avoid. Why? The only strike which was there was like this 39,900, which was matching with 470, 470. Other than that, on both on the call side and put side, absolutely nothing which is there between the 200 to 500 range. So when you are not having enough strikes which is suggesting you on 200 to 500, avoid it completely. Guys, on that note, let me quickly take a 5-10 minute break and then we will continue. Okay, small break. And the market is literally playing near to the support zone which we have drawn around that 37,400 odd zone. Okay, so the final destination for the Banknifty is 37,310. If they're able to hold that level, that will be well and good. If not, you can expect a bigger fall all the way up to 37,600. So as of now, they're holding as much as possible near to that 37,400 odd zone. Watch out for the day. Guys, the sessions will be till like in 1:30, so plan it accordingly. Team, what did we miss? Like an absolute brutality which is going on. As I told you, this is like not a market for any of the weak players to trade. This is crazy stuff which is going on, and they are trying to literally break all the levels. And you can clearly see whenever they're breaking these levels, they are trying to do it with volume. That is what I've been telling you all. They needed to break all these levels with volume, and this is crazy. Guys, this is an absolutely like an what is the biggest problem here with this market? The biggest problem has been the Paytm IPO. So that is giving a negative sentiment to the entire market now. So if you'd have been seeing Paytm today, something which is going to be valued, look at that, another 17%, something which was listed at 2150, it is almost fallen 50%, almost, right? Wow, this is crazy. Guys, trust me, many retailers would have got themselves trapped, and looking at the current scenario with the way the market is falling, in spite of the global market supporting another thing, this is not an like, and this is absolutely bloodbath. This is like, and you can consider it as like in the D-Day for the market. Three things which is going to be playing in the minds of the investors. One, the Paytm valuation. Two, the way the formulas have been repealed, that is going to be like and suggesting that it is going to have a lot of repercussions in terms of like and we bringing in reform changes and other things. So that is clearly going to be playing in the minds of the investors. And one more thing, the Reliance, which rallied almost like in a 10% once the deal was announced, it has been like an now the deal has been called off. One more thing, the Bharti, like in whatever the like in rate hikes which has been happening, yes, that is good, but ideally the consuming factor, the inflation is going to go higher, and all these are going to be playing in the minds of the investors. So that is exactly been playing today, nothing else. And now any rise on this market, you are expecting it to see to be like and sold big time. This is absolute brutality which is being displayed on the market today. What a day to witness. There's a VIX is shooting up like crazy. This is every like in what to say. This is the ideal market wherein the sellers will be like and pouncing on it. Whenever you see the VIX shooting up like this, every rise is going to be a golden opportunity to sell. And moreover, Nifty is not stopping, right? Look at the 300 points done, guys. I don't know how many of you remember the other day, which I was telling it to you on the expiry day session. This is the only year wherein, in case if the Nifty would not have touched the 200 exponential moving average in a year, which is currently standing at somewhere around 16,000 odd levels. So will they go and touch this level of like in 16,000? We will never know, but it is breaking all the trend line support and everything, trying to fall big. And this is the like in the last bit of an area wherein they needed to be like in holding off. If this level is going to be like in getting sold, expect a further more selling pressure big time. And whatever the signals which we got in Banknifty and Nifty today, everything is literally giving you all the moves what you wanted it, both Nifty and the Banknifty. Perfect clues for you to do it. Trust me, day is just like in getting started. Looking at the current scenario, looking at the way the like in the writers have been like in what to say, buyers are completely exiting it. Look at this, the longs are unwinding it left, right, and center now. Wow. Guys, trust me, this is looking like an extreme brutality now. 37,500. Look at the shots build up there. This is absolutely terrific stuff. So people who are thinking to go long and other things, please be careful, because this market is looking to the most dangerous like an animal. But I'm expecting government to come in the second half, because this is like a kind of like a brutal bloodbath wherein the entire global markets are not falling. Imagine if the entire global markets are falling and our markets is also like in following suit. That is a different ball game. In that scenario, the government may not come in. Now, in the second half, usually whenever the bloodbath is alone on our market, they normally send the LIC guys to pump up the market, because they don't want the market to fall like this big time. You might see some kind of an like a support coming in the second half. So try to be careful. If you have made your money on a day like this, try to be like a more careful on days like this, because this is the area wherein the market can once again go test that support levels and other things. They will just play around in that zone one more time, and by the time you will see like a lot of people who would have entered like and going to be losing again big time. So be careful, because the market has been like in falling falling pretty bad, but they might just take a small bit of a support here and there and then make another move. That is possible. So watch out. HDFC has fallen 1.8. Wow. All the banks are like in falling big. None of them are like in showing you like in the move that it is going to be like in sustaining. Guys, that's the only thing. From morning, the Dow has been at almost 100, 110 points, right? So they are not listening to it. The biggest, always the market goes by the sentiment. In terms of the domestic cues, whatever the domestic cues which you have been getting it over the weekend, none of them were giving you like in all the, what to say, big hopes, right? Reliance deal is done. The Paytm like an IPO has been a lackluster performance. And the Banknifty, like in all the banks which gave like an outstanding results, none of them is able to like survive now. Okay, so like in the ICICI Bank, which delivered its one of the best results ever, and that bank has been like falling from 850 odd zones to almost 750 now. Right, so literally it has come to the level at which I would have like bought it on that particular day. So with all that being said, it is not an ideal scenario. Guys, they're literally making it very difficult for the bulls to like and make any kind of a move. So any move higher, they're just literally selling it off. And most important thing is just let's wait for like a further few more minutes and then we'll go back into the topic again. I just wanted to see whether they're able to go towards a zone wherein this will be like a golden opportunity in case someone who wanted to like and short this market and other thing. That's the only area which is going to be available today. What a brutal day. Yes, it almost went to the like what to say the levels, RSI levels if they have been seeing, it went to almost like what to say 620 to 18 odd zones. That's a reason, nothing else. Yes, Nifty is on like definitely like an on a weak wicket, guys. Nifty is definitely on a weak wicket with Reliance falling 4%. One more signal here. Wow, what a beauty. Can they keep falling like this crazy? Gopal, not necessary every time there will be like a shorts would have got created at the open, because sometimes it is all about like a money that has been getting into the market, right? So there are days wherein the shorts would have been like coming into the system. There are days wherein the longs would have been coming into the system. Whoever brings in the maximum fund on that particular day, they are the ones who are going to be taking this market higher or lower. So with that said, the way these guys are now doing it, it is clearly visible. These guys wanting to take this market lower and lower. They are not looking at anything else. 36,830 now. The next level is 36,830. I never expected these guys to be doing everything in like in a single day. The way they are doing it is like an absolutely miraculous. Thousand points gone in Banknifty today. What a trade. Guys, SBI falling 4%. That is something which is seriously cooking. Be careful. So this signal Now given you one more opportunity to make money, and that's it. What a perfect signal. Nifty now on a free fall. Nifty has fallen close to 2%, 340 points. From 18,500 to 17,400. All the bulls who were hoping that like Nifty is going to be going towards like an 18,500. Many analysts like and were saying it on the TV, right? All those things have been like in completely shattered now. And more so, whenever the market is breaking crucial support levels, and if it is going to be trading below that level for 30-40 minutes, expect these guys to be like and falling big from there, because that is clearly indicating whatever the people who are pumping in the money on the sell side, when they are pumping in, if they are not getting enough support on the other side, that means they are going to be feeling the pressure and the market is going to be falling more and more. That's exactly happening with the market now. But the only problem is, considering it has fallen big, if the government is coming and trying to do some kind of support, we will be seeing it. Guys, the signals will be available only for the Go Annual Plan members. If you are a Go Annual Plan members, go into this indicators, search for OSPL signal, add it. You'll be able to see the signal like this, and then you can see the signal. If you're an annual plan member, Go Annual Plan member, you'll be able to see it. Superb to hear that, like, and many of you made your best day. That's good, guys. That's good. How many of you felt confident now looking at the OI Pulse data, like, and the way the OI Pulse is giving you the clue from morning, the way they have been like and giving you all the clues and other things. Now we are getting more and more confident that yes. Great. Superb. Okay. So we will wind down the session on the OI Pulse before like, and I just like and give you a market commentary if possible for some time. So this is what I want you guys to look at it. Okay, so whenever the open and low is matching, 400, 320, 299, 256, 245, 195, 135, this is the day wherein I can expect a big, wherein if it is formed on the call side, then naturally the market is going to be falling. That is something which I needed to be looking at. So guys, always open and high is for the buyers, open and the low is for the sellers. And most important points that you needed to be keep remembering is, if I wanted to take a trade on the call side, if the open and high is forming, then I should not have seen the prices fallen more than 50% on the call side for these strikes. And most importantly, the market needed to be trading above the VWAP super trend. And most importantly, the global markets and the VIX needed to be supportive. On the other hand, I needed to see the open and low on the other side. If all these parameters are fulfilling, 50 or 60 points away from it, when you're seeing the open and high with the probability of 90% and the open and high badge, then that is the area wherein I needed to enter into the trade. With 50 or 60 rupees, place your like a target 5 or 10 rupees below the level at which the open and high is available and exit the trade. Do not try to hold the trade above that level. If you're trailing it, it's well and good. Keep a trailing stop loss. What normally happens is, in case if they're going and hitting this open and high of 523, imagine the open and high is around like in 470 in this scenario. They will go hit it to 500 and then quickly come back pretty fast. So that's a reason I'm suggesting you not to hold your open and high trades once it is hit. Always remember that. So open and high is for the buyers, open and low is for the sellers on the index. Guys, this is only for the index options. In like in stock options, that's a different ball game altogether. But normally I would avoid the stock options. The pure reason is it is mostly operator controlled. Most of the stocks are like an illiquid, so it is operator controlled. Try to avoid it. If you're playing it on the index options, then yes, then this makes sense. Don't try to go into the options and then lose out your hard-earned money there. I'm telling you. Stock options are not like an advisable at all. The next level of support for the like a Nifty is somewhere around the zone 17,335. Another 100 more points. That is the area wherein last time the congestion zone happened, the accumulation and everything happened. So you can expect a minor support to be there. And for the Bank Nifty, it has broken all the trend line supports and everything, and it has fallen way below my expectation. The next level of stop, in case if the market is going to be falling today, the 36,600. In case if the market closes somewhere around the same level, in the upcoming days, you can expect 36,600 to be coming in pretty soon. Okay, that is going to be the area wherein you can expect a support. But I was expecting a support somewhere around 37,789 today. With the kind of weak market is, you can expect the market to go trend all the way to the lower level of 36,600. That's the area wherein you can get some kind of a support. And more so, the 200-day moving average is coming somewhere around 35,600 in the upcoming days. If the market is going to be weak, this is in spite of the global market being positive. Imagine if the global markets are going to be negative, then we can expect a bigger and a deeper fall to be happening in our markets, which is going to be taking it lower faster. Okay, that is going to be very, very fast. So as of now, the market is once again getting into that consolidation territory. But with the Nifty, it's extremely oversold. Don't like and have any fresh entries in the Nifty at this juncture. The Nifty has already fallen 340 points. And considering the RSI levels at 20, try to avoid it at this juncture. Guys, once again, what I want you to do is go through this, and I've also given you the probability when you needed to be looking at it. Say, for example, the high probability on open and high for the calls here. Open and high on Bank Nifty future, open and high on call options, open and low on put options. Very high probability. Open and low on Bank Nifty, open and high on put, open and low on call options. This is an opportunity on the put side. So we must get all these things at the money and in the money for us to get into a trade that, yes, it is going to be giving me an opportunity to take a trade on that particular direction. Most important thing, I've also given you the mild probability and high probability candidates here. When I say high probability, call options open and high, put options open and low, there is a high probability, open and high matching on the futures. This is high probability. You can clearly see what are the things for how you can look at it. Mild probability on both the sides, call option open and high, put options open and high, both the sides in the money and at the money having it, then probably, yes, you may get to see some small moves happening on both the sides. Okay. And okay, this is the most important thing. Should we enter straight away the trade when you see open and high on the call side or on the put side? Yes, especially in the morning. Nowadays, you guys are getting to see that it's happening at 9:60, 9:15, and 9:16 itself, the market is moving in that particular direction or moving in the opposite direction, right? But if the open and high, if it is forming on the call side today, and if the fall has not happened more than 50%, then probably we can try it. But don't try to straight away jump in and put all the money in one trade itself, which many people are doing it, which I would sincerely say avoid it, because this market clearly not going to reward you if you're just going to be dumping everything thinking that it is going to be doing that for you. So what you needed to ideally do is always look for the probability. If the probability is more than 90%, in the opening at 918 itself, you are seeing a probability at 90% plus the badge and other thing, then probably it makes sense. And moreover, open high, open low on futures, open low on opposite side, watch this. Price changes with volume at opening, watch this. Global markets and VIX. These are the 4 factors which is going to be a major confirmation for all of you. Okay, so with all these things, we have given you every move, how it can be giving you a with the examples also, which we have listed it down. I want you guys to go through this. It is an extensive document which is available for all of you. how each and every scenario can be played out and what are the things which you needed to, because some of these are like an you can just go through it, not necessary I needed to like an walk you through completely. So I've given you how the volume also needed to be there in those scenarios. I don't want the volumes to be like an, say for example, if the open and high is happening on the call side today, if the fall is happening with like a more than 50k volume on every candle, then it doesn't make sense for me. So always watch out for all these parameters as well. Okay, that's very important on this market. Don't just blindly think that no, Shiva has told me that all the open and high, even if it is like there, it is going to be hit, I will just go and chase it. No, I wouldn't be doing it in case if I were you. So do watch out for that. As soon as profit, you needed to protect your capital first. So as and when you see the market has like a mood in your favor, imagine you're buying something, either you can fix your target or like can buy it or like can keep a trailing stop loss and then like can move it in your favor. That's the best thing that you can do. So don't try to quickly like what is I keep on holding the position at like in a way of levels and then like can keep repenting later I should have not been like in keeping it at that particular level. No, once it is above your buy price, always trail it, trail it, trail it. That's very, very important in this market. Okay, so now, guys, I will open up for some questions. In case if you guys have like some queries on the open and high, I will try to address it and then we will take it forward. In case if there are like further questions, I will try to do that. Okay, so guys, you are posting some queries here. Yes, the recordings is going to be available. Okay, so the recordings will be like posted in our like a YouTube channel that will be like uploaded and then like shared in a day or two. That is going to be available. Guys, like considering like we have a large crowd, please like don't get offended that all your like inquiries are not getting answered, but post your queries. I will try to address as many as possible. Okay. Guys, there are like certain restrictions which we are like not able to do it on the algo side, but we will definitely be doing it. Yes, the documents has been shared in our like what to say Telegram channel. Hope you guys are part of our Telegram channel. If not, join the Telegram channel. You will be able to find it, and the documents are also available on our OI Pulse. Like you can download it from OI Pulse. The initial stop loss is normally I would place around like 50 or 100 rupees or days low as a stop loss and then trail it. So what is the good volume for you to increase in the volume? Like, and usually for the Banknifty we look for 50k candle, and for the Nifty it is 125k, 2 consecutive bar. This terminal seems to be the easy ones for the open and high. Yes, it is the easy one. Considering now we have given you the clue on like an what to say in OI Pulse itself, you can use the OI Pulse for you to make that move. Guys, if they decided to like and take the market in one side after hitting the open and high, yes, it will come back quickly. That is where like and you needed to be real quick. That's the reason. Once you enter into a trade, place your trailing stop loss or like an put your target. Okay, if you're buying it at 400, if the target is around like in 450 or something, then immediately place it. Then you will not repent it at all. That's something which I want you to do it. Never let it go. That's important, guys. Guys, sometimes like an what to say when the open and high is like an what to say, sometimes it is not getting displayed. The pure reason is it would have hit before 916 itself. Between 915 and 916, if the open and high is forming and if it is getting hit, then it will not be visible. That is, yes, that is not going to be happening. And when do you enter? As I told you, we needed to enter once the open and high is, the probability is around 90% and the badge is also available. No, open and high move is not only for the stop loss hunting move. It is like guys, what I have observed over a period of time is it is a move which is going to be happening on both the sides. It's not happening only on one particular direction. Okay, so if it would have been like an algos who are doing the stop loss hunting and other things, then why the hell they needed to place the like an first target, like an morning buys and other things. And there are several days wherein you won't believe there will be one strike which would have not hit the open and high, and they will literally come back. Usually I say that someone's ego needed to be fulfilled, and that's the reason they are doing it. You will see those things also happening. Guys, yeah, we will try to include the open and high of the futures and and also on that particular open and high page, which we are already working on it. We will try to get that included on the OI Pulse page. Yes, we will be including that, Vishnu and Chandra. We will be including that as well. Kavi, you needed to, like in Kavi Nation, you needed to exactly see the price. 90% of the time, you will be seeing the open and high exactly matching. And again, this data is not manually fed. It has been coming from the, the data provider, and it might give you the clue as well. So not necessary, you should be looking at that. Like in 90% of the time, the data will be matching. Yes, the open and high, yes, nowadays it's been like and followed across the globe and everywhere. So it is going to be happening across the globe. Guys, the cumulative trending OI page is something which we are working on it. We will definitely get it. Guys, if the open and high is available on both call and the put, is there a chance of like going and hitting it on both the call and the put? Yes, there is a chance on hitting it on both the call and the put. Only thing is, you needed to understand which side they are going to be going first. Okay, that's the reason you needed to see the momentum for you to go and take the trade on that particular direction. Sometimes finding that is going to be the most difficult thing. That's the reason I want you to look at the chart. I want you to look at the data, whether it is trading above the VWAP super trend and everything, so that if it is trading above the super trend and VWAP, then I can know that it is going to be hitting the call side first. Then I will go on the put side. Guys, the stock scanners is going to be coming up on the OI Pulse, which is what we are working on it. Sound alert and other things also we are working on it. Q1 and Q2 parameters, go through our OI Pulse document. You will know what is Q1 and Q2 things which I have been mentioning it, because it's like a vast subject. I would normally watch the data for the whole day in case if I wanted to see the signal and other things, the data option chain data. Yes. Is one filter in OI page to show where one-sided OIs is available among all FNO. Vishnu, we will definitely try if I can get that to you. Next mentoring, guys, I'm not sure and how long I'll be able to continue to do the mentoring program, but February is something. Beyond that, I have not planned anything at this juncture. So 16,892. Yes, there is a possibility, Pawan, that's possible. Guys, I wouldn't be suggesting to carry any BTSC in this kind of an environment whenever, especially with the OI. Say for example, there are people who have been asking me whether in case of the open and high is not hit today, can I carry forward it for tomorrow? No, I wouldn't do that. Instead, I would wait for the next day for me to get into the trade. What is the win rate of the open and high? It is almost I would say 80 to 85%. There are I've observed 20% of the days wherein if the global markets and other things are not supportive, it may not. Guys, there are no, not a single bar which will be hitting both the call and the put open and high. That's not going to happen. You may see a move happening on one side first and then the move happening on the other side. That's what I would have seen it. But whenever they are breaking the super trend and VWAP once, you will at least not see that happening on the opposite side, at least for the next 5-10 minutes. Guys, it's close to 3,000 people, so please understand there are several queries and I'm unable to catch up with all the queries. I'm trying to answer as many as possible. Combination, again, as I told you, if there would have been an exact match on the open and high, it will definitely be there. And if it would have taken out by 916, it will not be available. Okay, so 320 strategy, is there a 80% probability? Will it not take our profits on two trades wherein it? again, Raisha, like it is giving you 50% like a win rate, right? So there are days like today, it would have given you 100% returns. Then when it is taking back 50%, you have to. That's the reason I'm not suggesting for any capital to be deployed. We can just play with like an 1 or 2 lots. No one is forcing you to like and take a large trade. Guys, I've done my like in 1 lakh in the morning itself, and I'm just like in playing light now because this is like in a training which I needed to concentrate. But I know missed a golden opportunity today. It could have been like in a bigger day, but it's absolutely fine. There are days like in when I've committed to the session, I needed to like ensure that I'm there for you, right? That's the way it is. Yeah, many have become like in part of the OI bulls because of the open and high strategy, the 320 and other things. But trust me, these are simple strategies which is going to be giving you consistent return over a period of time. Imagine if you have just followed the 2 candle theory on a day like this, what else you require? You got like an at least 4 or 5 signals today, wherein even one signal, if you'd have been entering, you would have made your money. And I don't think you needed anything else apart from that, correct? That's the way the market is. Okay, so Pulkit, how did you come to this theory as the opposite side? Now you tell me, looking at all these data, whatever we have seen it here, where the market has been giving me the reward, whether it is on the call side or on the put side. Look at this, like a 90% of the time, when I know that like the market has been rewarding me whenever the open and high is there, both on the call or on the put, then you tell me what should I be looking at the data for? This is the beauty, right? And the market is heading towards a zone of the V, like in the super trend. Okay, Nifty has tried to break that. Okay, that's good. So will the Bank Nifty also going to be breaking it? So watch out for that level. There's Nifty is trying to go above that level with the volume. So watch out. So there is every possibility these guys can just make a move higher, considering the fall has been like a little bigger. Now look at it. We have got a signal, but this is a signal wherein you needed to be having a very, very deep and a wide stop loss. Look at this, 37,269 to 37,569. That means you needed to have like a 200-point stop loss. Don't try to enter every quantity here itself. You needed to wait all the way up to this level. So there is every possibility this market can completely bamboozle you. So be careful. Don't try to enter everything at one go and then lose out. So both Nifty and Bank Nifty is giving you that move. Will they be able to break it? In case if they're breaking it, then you can expect the market to like and goes up to like in 37,400 and then like can come back. So watch out. Guys, yes, people who have made more than 1% and other things, please stay light on this market, because whatever the move that needed to be happening, the most important moves have been happened. Now the Dow is not falling or like making any kind of a progress on any side. So they're just going to be playing around in that zone and then like keeping you interested to show that like I'm just going to be making a move here and there. But already if you'd have seen from the lower level, they've already recovered 250 points. So the low is 37,000 odd range, and from there like and they have almost rallied 250 points. So if you'd have been like and thinking about like and holding your like an say for example put trade by this time, imagine if you'd have entered somewhere around 37,100 odd zone, that's it. All your stop losses by this time would have got hit left, right, and center. So I would sincerely say, if you are a trader who have made money, then this is a golden opportunity for you to stay light, because days like this where easily you would have made money and you would have given back money as well to the market. Guys, I wouldn't be suggesting for a like a long straddle on a day like this, because the market is trending it on the downside. So at this juncture, it doesn't make sense for you to go it on the like in a long straddle. For some reason, if they are breaking the super trend and then like in going above, you can expect all the way up to here. This is the area wherein you can do some kind of an entering here. because considering the way the market has been like and doing it today, where the global markets are like an absolutely bullish, and our markets is the only one which is like an getting into the bearish territory, I would sincerely say avoid it till the VWAP level. Probably at VWAP, you may get like one round of an like a resistance. Now the super trend is taken out, then no trades for you till this level. This is the level, and you may get a small resistance somewhere around 37,400. Till that level, that means you can expect another 150 point move on the upside. So the volatility is going to be pretty huge. If you're prepared for that volatility, if you're buying one lot at every 50 rupees or something, then yes, it makes sense. Otherwise, avoid this market completely. Okay, so what are the other questions? Guys, not always like in the global markets and our markets are going to be aligned. Okay, yes, 80% of the time you will see our markets and all the markets are going to be aligned. But the problem is when our markets is not listening to the global cues, in spite of the Dow like in moving around 120, 130 points, our market is absolutely not doing anything to listen to that. That means we have bigger problems or bigger things in our domestic market, which is going to be taking precedence compared to the global markets. Okay, so in that scenario, I would avoid it. So what is a two candle theory? Whenever you see a two candles getting formed, okay, with more than 50K or 100K, like in 50K for the Banknifty and 125K for the Nifty, the third candle will be my entry. Why? Because someone is putting in some money to try to take the market in this direction. And if he's doing it, then I needed to be with him. That's a reason I'm suggesting you, if someone is already pumping in enough money for the market to take a position on a particular direction, then I will chase that guy. Okay, that is the reason I enter on the third candle whenever the candle is getting formed. So that is when you will be seeing some signal getting formed on the OSPL as well. Why? I'm just literally going with the guy who's pumping in the funds in the market. Guys, I've shared the like an TradeSmart account link for the like an unlimited brokerage plan. You can make use of it in our Telegram channel. Just go through the Telegram channel. We have made the like an announcement there, and we will be conducting a complimentary session also on the Nest for the people who are opening up the account in the TradeSmart. I will be conducting a session soon. Guys, when it is a news-based trade, avoid Reliance as completely. Why I say avoid Reliance completely? The reason is it has been falling on news. Imagine overnight. If you're thinking about taking a short trade, you know what, like in sometimes or like in these companies come and do it. They come and announce some kind of a measure. They come and say, no, we are now going to be announcing a measure to like an what to say, sell our stake to someone else. Imagine the deal has been called off with Saudi Aramco. What if they are going to be announcing a deal with someone else? No one knows it. This might be a possible candidate for them to accumulate it at the lower level. Those things can be happening, but be careful. Don't try to go and do something. Yes, this recording will be available on the YouTube, guys. It will be available. Guys, the OI Pulse trial period, we gave it last month. Currently, it is not going to be available on any trial. And currently, you can try with one like in a monthly session, and you can, like in, sorry, say for example, if you're buying a monthly plan, you'll be getting one complimentary session as well. So currently, no trial offer is going on. And people who are wanting to like an enroll for the annual plan, please use this promo code comeback20. Go into the annual plan. Use comeback20 to get 20% off. Sorry. So you'll be getting an instant 20%. Guys, none of the strategies will be giving you 100% return all the times. Okay, so most important thing is, out of 10 times, 8 times, yes, I will be in my favor, because that is what, like, and we have been doing it, and 8 times it has been giving me a reward. 2 times, yes, it will go against. If it is going against, I needed to book my loss, whereas and when it is going above my stop loss level. So that's a reason we are playing with the stop loss. Say, for example, if I'm entering today on a third candle, look at this. This is the trade which came in, right? This is the, like, in a 2 candle, or like, and this is like in a other strategy candle. Imagine this is the third candle strategy. The trade came in here, the 2 candle, the third candle. Look at this. It went to near to the stop loss, but it didn't hit. But like, and imagine if you'd have entered here or like here, almost it went near to the stop loss, and then this candle is more than sufficient for me to book my profits and then get an exit. If you are going to be trailing using this level as my stop loss, then this candle low will be my, like, in a good end, like an exit. In case if you are holding it thinking that no, I wanted to, like, and hold it for the whole day, keeping this level as my stop loss, then your buy level, wherein the first candle high will need it to be considered as your stop loss. Usually when you're entering on the 2 candle theory, the first candle high will be my stop loss if you're buying it on the put side here. That's a way I would need it to take a trade. Guys, the go annual plan will have the features whatever that we are currently seeing it in trading view. Yes, that's going to be a different one what they are offering, but this one, whatever the features which we are trying, you are not going to be seeing that in the trading view. Say, for example, the OI data is not going to be available, the signal is not going to be available. All these are like a very, very unique only for our platform only, though it is from trading view, chart by the trading view, but these are going to be very exclusive, only available on OI Pulse only. Guys, yes, out of 10 times, 2 times it might hit the stop loss. If you would have been looking at the data here, not every time it would have given you the stop loss hit, right? So when it is getting not hit, you needed to ensure that you are booking the profits. So sometimes if it is getting hit, then you have to exit it, no other choice. Trust me, this market is going to be the most difficult and the treacherous market to trade. Why? Because our market is totally not listening to the global parameters. These guys are just doing it when you are not least prepared, right? That's the way they have been doing it. In that scenario, it is very, very difficult for you to, like, and consider and take a trade. There's some, like, in the reason why we are using a 3-minute time frame is purely because of the scalping angle. Okay, so for a scalper, we needed a quick move, and most importantly, we need the move to be like a real quick for us to do an entry and exit. That's the reason we have done it on 3-minute time frame, and the Banknifty offers you like a quick 20, 30 or 50 point move, and that's going to be more than sufficient for me to make a quick dash entry and exit. So always watch out for that. That's the way you would need to look at in this kind of a market. Guys, impact of crude, if both crude is rising, and then if the dollar index is also rising towards like a 94, 95, 96, then it is not going to be a good sign for a country like India, wherein we are importing 80% of our crude requirements. On a day like this, okay, on a day like this, the crude has been like in falling, and the dollar index has been rising, which is clearly suggesting due to the demand pressure, the crude has been falling. So there is not going to be sufficient demand, and that's the reason the crude is falling. Whereas the dollar index rising, which is clearly suggesting everybody is looking for a safe haven. That means they are just like in looking to buy the dollar more than other currencies. That means clearly they're not going to be making enough money, like in what to say, like in shifting their money to like an emerging economies. Now is the time for them to move the money to developed economies. That's the reason you are seeing all the emerging economies falling like a pack of cards. And more so, India has been an outshine and outperformer. And if you have seen it in the last 6 months to 1 year, India is the like an index which has been outperforming even the Dow. Okay, not only like in other markets, even the Dow, it has been like an outperforming. So on that trend, when the things are not shaping in their favor, then naturally these guys are going to be doing some kind of a sell-off. That's exactly been happening now, nothing else. When things are not happening in your favor, they will try to do all these things. Yes, 1 minute candle will be like too fast for you to handle the trade. I don't think like in 1 minute will be like moreover the data, whatever which we have tested so far, it has not given us like a consistent returns. So that's the reason we are not looking for the 1 minute one. Guys, I want you to go through this document. And furthermore, we have also uploaded a couple of videos on this already. I want you to see that, and you will get a complete insight of why I wanted you to look at this document and why I want you to read it. Because what are the things which I've explained? We have put it out like in a neat manner, wherein how each and every scenario is going to be playing out. And also there are a couple of videos which has been uploaded. You can go through that. That is going to be giving you a lot more insight on this. Then you will definitely be getting advantage using that. Guys, don't use any other signals which are going to be getting it in a higher time frame. Only 3-minute signals is one which we can suggest it that yes, it is going to be giving you the rewards. But I wouldn't be suggesting you to go and look at any other signals which is going to be on higher time frame. Nope, avoid it completely. Guys, I'm planning to do a Tamil session pretty soon. I will let you all know once it is planned, and then I will keep you all informed. Guys, yes, the 20-day mentoring program details and everything has been announced in our Telegram channel. You can enroll for that one. Guys, unfortunately, I can only speak Tamil and English at this juncture. Please do not ask me to speak in Hindi or Kannada or Telugu, which I can't. Though my mother tongue is Telugu, I don't speak even Telugu. Okay, so this is the 3-day session which I'm doing it in December. This is the only session which is available in December for the Elon markets. So in case if you're enrolling for that, it is going to be a live session. This particular expiry, it will be available only exclusively on Elon markets. So the 5th, we will be going through the 2-candle theory and other things. 8th, we will again seeing in a live market. 9th, literally the expiry day session, which is going to be absolutely with Elon markets alone. This is the best investment which you can do it. The reason is it is going to be available at almost 3,500. Yesterday it was available at 2.5. I think the discount would have been gone now. So you can enroll for this one. In case if you're looking for a 3-day setup to learn more about the OI and other things, so day 1, day 2, and day 3, it is going to be in the live market. You will be able to see this and then join the session. And most importantly, we'll be learning, and then we will also be trying to take trades on day 3. So, okay, so it is available till in 21st. Let's see whether it is going to be in giving you a 2499 itself. So in case if you have not enrolled, you can use that opportunity to enroll there. And the 20-day mentoring program, which I've announced it, you can enroll it at 37,999. The dates have been mentioned, the timings and everything has been mentioned here. It starts in Jan and ends in February. And this is the only session which we have planned for Jan and Feb at this juncture. I think beyond that, I will be in case if I am traveling, I might be traveling to in the Traders Carnival, and that's it. That's the way the schedule is looking like till March. So after March, I'm not sure what we will be doing it. But at this juncture, these are the sessions which we have planned. That's right. The day 2 is going to be more of learning, and day 3 is going to be the area wherein we will try to showcase like and how we can use the 2 candle theory and other things in taking a trade in the live market. That is something which you will be seeing it in the live market itself. Guys, no offline session is planned till March. The next Traders Carnival is happening between 6 and 11 of March. Starting from like a Monday till this Friday, 6 to 11. Sunday you can come in, and then like in the entire week, it is going to be happening in Goa. That's going to be happening there. Sham, it is going to be happening in Goa this time. Suma, I'm not sure on the price whether you will be able to get it at 2499, but just check that. Traders Carnival, I will soon announce like the discount code in case if there are any, and then you can enroll using that. But that will be in March, guys. The Traders Carnival is in March. It's in March. Yes, the 20-day mentoring program, it is going to be including 1 month complimentary plan of OA Pulse. The OA Pulse Go annual promo code is comeback20. Guys, I'm not sure about the Traders Carnival price. Most probably by today or tomorrow, you might get to see that getting displayed on their Traders Carnival website. I think they are in the final stages determining the price. You might get to see that. Ashit, like, and what I want you to do is just close the browser completely and then open it. You will not have that issue. So now the pawn guy or the guy whom I call it as the WMA is trying to give the support to the Nifty, and then the market is trying to inch up. So be careful. Now the only trade for me available is near to the VWAP, nothing else. And even when it is nearing to the VWAP, watch out for what is the global markets are doing today, because if the Dow is moving towards 200, and there can be a possibility we may break the in the VWAP and then go higher. And moreover, this is a very, very crucial support for the Banknifty, and whether they will be able to retain that level of 37,300. This is the level wherein, look at this, they're trying to retain it. Whether they will be able to retain this level today, that's going to be very interesting. In case if they're falling below that level and closing it somewhere around 37,100, expect 36,600 to be coming by tomorrow itself, or tomorrow or day after. Guys, always the momentum on an expiry week is important, and the expiry week, it is going towards in the momentum with the bears. So try to avoid as much as possible being on the long side unless and until there is a huge short covering happening. Guys, put your ears put your ears pretty strong on this week, in terms of the news flow and other things, because considering the market has been negative, you might get to see some kind of an announcement coming from the government or from some of the major companies announcing some anything, and that is going to be propping up the market. Be careful with that and try to avoid the trades after 2 o'clock, because that is the time wherein you can get some source-based information coming in just to prop the market. So what happens in the Traders Carnival? Traders Carnival, you get to see a lot of like-minded traders coming in, and you will be seeing 10 or different strategists or speakers like me who will be coming and presenting their setup. That's what usually happens in Traders Carnival. Okay, just now Suma confirmed that the Elon markets is still available at 2499. So in case if you're thinking about enrolling for that, the 3-day session, it is still available at 2499 itself. So make use of it, because you guys are going to be there literally with me for almost 2 days, and then Sunday between 3 and 6. And most important thing is you will be getting the recording from them for lifetime. It is going to be from Elon Markets. They will be providing you the recording for lifetime so that you can go back, revisit it, and then like and keep knowing it. Okay, so people who have been asking me on the trending OI data, no, though the data is looking negative, why the market is moving higher? Look at this. This is the trending OI data. What are you seeing in the directional change here on the Nifty? Sorry, this is the Bank Nifty. We have had a small move, and then now the like and long unwinding and other things are happening. Look at the Nifty here. The day low break is happening. Only thing is, if it has just gone into deep, to go and look at the OI data separately, market is trading at 17,500, right? Look at this on 17,600. What is happening here? It is purely because imagine if you'd have bought it in the morning somewhere around 60 or 100 odd bucks. The market has given you a good reward at 200. You'd have got 100% return. You are trying to book your profits. When you're booking the profits, naturally, the market has to be like in moving on the opposite direction. That's exactly been the market is doing it. Why? Because the shorts on the other side is covering their position and the market is slowly inching up. Now I wanted to know whether it is the weekends who are booking the profits or the strong guns are also booking the profits. That will get to know only after the VWAP level. So watch out for that level. Guys, the morning trades will not be like and shown for all days unless and until the system parameters are met. You will not seeing it. Morning trade today, it was available. It was not available on the Bank Nifty. It was available on the Nifty today. Can you see this? So Tulsiraman, now you would have got an idea. So don't just blindly look at Bank Nifty alone. 911, look at both Nifty and the Bank Nifty. So there is no signal generated for for the Bank Nifty. There is no clear signal. That's the reason the Bank Nifty would not have given you the clue. But Nifty, it was giving you the clue there. And it has given you a massive return. Even on the 320 strategy, people who would have played it on Friday, Bank Nifty, you got an exit in the morning. Opening candle, you got it around like in 580 odd zones, 555 odd, like in 545. Now it has went and like and hit the stop loss. Whereas on the Nifty, it gave a signal on the put side. And it is trading pretty much from 190. It went to 477. If it had used the opening candle or you're like in a stop loss here, it was continuously going higher and higher and higher. Nothing to stop. Now it is trading at 400 odd zone. Yeah, Bank Nifty gave like an order, like an exit. Guys, one more thing, as I keep telling you, don't try to like and risk your capital in these trades. Okay, these are like an high risk trade. That's the reason we suggest you not to use your capital on those ones. Okay, guys, with that, we have come to the conclusion of this session. And I hope all of you would have enjoyed the OI Pulse and the OI, like an OI Pulse open on high session along with the OI Pulse manual. Please, please, please go through this. Again, I will try to upload this video also so that it helps you all a great extent. In the meantime, if you can spend some time and share your feedback on our Twitter timeline, Joshua123, like in tagging our hashtag like an OI Pulse, it'll be really helpful so that we can conduct a lot more free sessions in the future. Guys, how many of you wanted this complimentary session on this week's expiry? Monthly expiry, it's going to be a great one. Please do comment your like on the Twitter, Joshua123 with the hashtag. We will ensure that we give you the monthly commentary as well, complimentary if possible. Last week we had great fun. This week it's going to be a lot more fun with the kind of market which we are in. We are doing this week's commentary as well, guys. Yes. Monthly commentary is going to be a most exciting one. We will be doing analysis and everything. Get ready for a bigger one this week. It's going to be amazing fun. Yes, I was just no, Sumant, I didn't had anything. So I was just having an rice kanji in the morning today. Okay, so not feeling well. I thought like let me have a rice kanji. That's what I'm having it. Don't worry. In case if I'm having in some exciting food, I will definitely share it with you. No pickle, just the rice kanji. The weather is like too bad in Bangalore. It's absolutely raining and pouring. And yesterday was the time we got some kind of an sunshine, but again it is like trying to pour now. Guys, I've explained you how to use the OI pulse signals, and also we have given you like in the document also like and go through this, please. You can't be repeating the same stuff again and again. If you've gone to the OI pulse, we have given you all the videos, the QR like in QR code of the UV videos, and I've also mentioned it to you how to use the 320 strategy, the morning strategy, how to use the OSPL signal in advanced chart. Everything has been given in a video. Please go through that, and it will definitely help you all a lot. Yes, when you have already achieved your target, there is no point in like and you keep trading the whole day. Please ensure that that is like and put in your mind. Okay. Yes, days like this, you are going to be having this. The only thing is everybody wanted to trade on all the candles. That's not going to be possible. Please don't do that. Okay. The market is not going to be rewarding you if you're going to be keep on trading on every candle, because in the morning, if you'd have made money in the past, that's where like and many people lose it. Even now, why many are losing it? If you'd have made money in the morning, how many of you have lost it in these trades now? If you'd have been keep on adding your position on the put side, how many of you made money in the morning and then lost it now? Tell me honestly. At least like a few of you would have lost it. Why? You would have got money, but the thing is, you would have been keep thinking that no, somehow I needed to keep making money. Somehow I needed to. No. Rajan, yes, we will have some seats left in the December. You can ping me on that. Thanks a lot, Pawan. Great to hear that. Guys, those are the things which we'll be learning more in the mentoring session actually, wherein like and we will get to see like and how you needed to like and hold and like and make sure that you're not getting into the habit of like and trying to do that. Yes, the mentoring guide, we will print it once again after the 7th mentoring program, because in case if we are covering some new topics, which I wanted to include it in the next mentoring program book and then like and release it, which we will be doing it. Don't worry. Kalyan, the most important thing is once you are completing your trade, then you should completely stay away. Don't try to again, because you're going to be coming into the market with clear set of mind, wherein you needed to tell yourself, okay, this is the target which I'm going to be doing it, either be it a profit or loss. If it is going to be hit on either side, then I needed to completely exit it. That's it. That's the approach which you needed to do it. 1239, was there an opportunity? It was an opportunity, but I would sincerely say to avoid it. You would have got an exit here. Okay, I'm telling you, you would have got an exit here if you'd have been like and following that. But the problem is, many people will not be exiting here. They would be looking for a larger fall. That's where like and they lose out. Kalyan, you have to avoid it. I'll just check that Pawan. Probably I like and I haven't catch up with my WhatsApp and other things. I will catch up with that. Suma, we didn't go with any publishers. We in fact went with a printer and then we got it done ourselves. Then I will definitely like and let you know in case if I'm doing it next time. Sorry guys, it's not going to be possible. I have another commitment today. That's the reason I told you between 10:30 and 1:30 today. But I hope I would and you all would be appreciating that it is a complimentary session given to all of you. It's not a paid session to anyone. Guys, all these are in scripts which has been done by our team internally. We have shared this the indicator on the trading view, which is option scalping V2. Instead of V8, you can search for V2. You will be able to get that and you can add it. Yes, the recording will be available on the YouTube. Okay, guys, see you all on Thursday. And mentoring team, see you all on Wednesday. Tomorrow there is no session. And Wednesday we will have a session between 10:30 and 1 if possible. The reason is on that particular day I have an ELM live on with the stockage. So I'll be talking with Vivek Bajaj on Wednesday evening 6 and 7. So look forward to seeing you. And I also have another session planned for it. So another in a big form. I'll keep you guys posted for that. Okay. So in the meantime, please share your feedback on on Twitter at Joshua123 at the hashtag YPulse. I hope all of you would have enjoyed the session. And in a scale of 1 to 10, how will you rate today's session, guys? Thank you all so much. Wonderful. Guys, in the upcoming days, in case if I see any open on high and other things, I will definitely post it in the group so that it will be benefiting you all to correlate what you have learned today. Okay, I'll do that. So market is once again taking a downward spiral on the downside. Be careful. So as I told you, this is a clear sell on rise market, but the only issue is late entrants would be in getting penalized. Be careful. Okay, guys, thank you all so much. Bye. Take care.